Now, Jerry Lawler's had some bad times in the past, in his past wrestling career. And as a matter of fact, if you ask him, any wrestling fan can go up to Jerry Lawler, and it makes no difference where it's at. If it's in Memphis, if it's in Louisville, Kentucky, if it's in Lexington, Kentucky, it makes no difference, and they can ask Jerry Lawler himself, Lawler, who is the man that has inflicted more pain, more misery, and more agony on your body than any other wrestler that you've ever wrestled? And immediately he'll answer without hesitation, why, it's Austin Idol. It's the universal heartthrob, Austin Idol. There's no question about it. He's hospitalized me with internal bleeding. He's broken my arm, and he's blinded me, almost permanently blinded me, almost 2 years ago to the day that hospitalized me and made me think I would never be able to see my family again. Jimmy Hart apparently wants Jerry Lawler put back out of wrestling and has offered Austin Idol a large sum of money to do so. And I told him directly, without hesitation, Hart, I don't need your money and I don't need you. I hate Jerry Lawler probably more than you do. And I'm sure that Jerry Lawler hates the guts in Austin Idol's body. As a matter of fact, that's the only thing we have in common. Like I said before, I hate your stinking guts. And if you think for one moment you're going to tell everybody in the world that you're the king again and that you've done it all, well, darling, you're going to have to face me head on. And we'll find out once and for all who the true king of wrestling is. You remember one thing, when nobody could beat Billy Robinson for 1 year straight, Austin Idol defeated him in one night. And it just so happens you were still laid up with your injury. Well, I know you want to prove something to yourself, and I know you want to prove some to the few fans that you do have. But you bit off a little too much than you can chew, darling, because now you've got the heartthrob, and I'm coming at you, and believe me, if I get my figure 4 Las Vegas leg lock on you, Lola, there's not a team of wild horses that can tear it apart. Lola, I'm coming. Get your fanny ready.
There he is, the universal heartthrob, Austin Idol, and laying it down. Boy, I'll tell you, he's something else. Action, we got more of it. Stay right where you are. Back in a moment. Okay, we're going to be back to Wave Country's Championship Wrestling in just a moment. A little bit ago, you heard about some of the bout and the big main event action that's coming up with the King and Austin Idol. And, by golly, we wanted to give you the entire card coming up Tuesday night, right down there at the Louisville Garden. Former champions, the Bounty Hunters, with Jimmy Kent, will be returning against former champions Tommy and Eddie Gilbert. The Angel and Skull Murphy will be in against Rick Morton and Sonny King. The Dream Machine, a single match, going against a tough guy out of Las Vegas, Ken Lucas. Then a pole strap match when Bill Superstar Dundee and Tommy Wildfire Rich will be battling handsome Jimmy Valiant and Tojo Yamamoto with that pole strapped to the side, and somebody can get up and get it. They can use it in the ring legally. And finally, the King, Jerry Lawler, and Austin Idol going at it in a single match. And you better believe Tuesday night will be the place to be, the Gardens.
I don't have a whole lot of time to spend on shopping, and I don't have a whole lot of money to spend on shoes. That's why I shop at Pick Shoes. All the brands and styles I like are right here in one location. They always seem to have my size and the color I'm looking for, too. And when it comes to prices, I'm convinced that Pick has the best discount prices in town. Dress shoes, casuals, athletic shoes, and boots. And Pick has a great selection of handbags to go with them, too. Pick sure makes shopping for shoes easy. Pick Shoes in Hurstbourne and on Brownsboro Road.
Say, if you're between 45 and 75 years of age, you can still get life insurance up to $5,000 without taking a physical. Hi, I'm Dennis James. Physicians Life Insurance Company is announcing a modified whole life insurance plan that guarantees that you will be accepted. No question about it. You cannot be turned down. It guarantees that your policy cannot be canceled and your premiums will never increase. Something to think about in these days of high inflation. For details about this amazing offer, look in this week's Sunday paper.
Things that are put up at stake, Dave, hair and so forth, and matches, one of them is, and it's always kind of a very deliberate and a very serious thing when they have a lose-to-lose town match. One of them took place, as a matter of fact, when Bill Dundee, Tommy Rich, and Carl Fergie went against Handsome Jimmy, Tojo Yamamoto, and the Dream Machine. I want you to take a look at all of this. There were a lot of people like myself that were kind of upset about the whole thing, but that is the way it went. You watch the action, and let's take a look right now. Six-man tag match with the severest of penalties in respect to the wrestler's future. The loser of the fall must leave town. Tojo Yamamoto, the Dream Machine, and Handsome Jimmy against Bill Dundee, Carl Fergie, and Tommy Wildfire Rich. Referee is Paul Morton. We're a couple of minutes into the official start of the bell. There's been more action than that, but a lot of it was unofficial. And the big Dream Machine, missing Dundee, hits the deck right in the middle. Yamamoto down the ropes, nails Dundee with a jab. And Dream tags Handsome Jimmy to come in on Dundee. Chokehold from Jimmy, picks Bill up by the hair, and Dundee whips him with a right hand. Goes after Valiant with both hands at the throat, but the Dream grabs him, and Tojo comes in to take over. everybody his best shot. Big. And the Dream Machine puts Dundee down on the floor. Well, everybody's out of it. We're grabbing microphones and everything else we can grab. Right here in front of us, Fergie and the Dream Machine blasting away. This has been wild. We're coming up on 5 minutes. After the touch of Rich, Valiant got back and tagged Yamamoto, so Handsome Jimmy out. Whip in. Dundee tags. Comes over to put him down. 1, 2. But Handsome Jimmy breaks it up. Or the referee just having a terrible